Will Bitcoin surpass 30,000 US dollars? If you're interested in knowing more about this, please keep watching. Bybit is one of the best exchanges I've ever used. It provides great market depth, a smooth user experience, and an impeccable interface. So go ahead and click the link below. After completing KYC and depositing 100 US dollars, you will immediately receive a Bitcoin contract position worth 1,000 US dollars. You can choose to go long or short. And this is a real contract position. After making a profit, you can withdraw your funds directly. Now, let's get back to the Bitcoin market. First, let's compare Bitcoin with the DXY, which is the US dollar index. I have adjusted the scales of both charts to be the same. The upper chart shows the weekly Bitcoin price chart, and the lower chart shows the weekly DXY chart. We can clearly see that during the bearish phase, which lasted for about a year, Bitcoin continuously declined. This trend was quite strong. If we compare the two charts, we can also observe that during the recent Bitcoin decline, DXY experienced a significant surge. This is in line with the inverse relationship between DXY and Bitcoin. They go in the opposite direction. When the US dollar is strong, Bitcoin tends to weaken, and vice versa. If you look closely, you'll notice that the current small bull run of Bitcoin began when DXY started weakening. When DXY reached its peak, Bitcoin hit its bottom, around 15,000 US dollars. Around there. Subsequently, during Bitcoin's upward moves, such as the recent ones, DXY was in a downtrend. However, recently Bitcoin experienced a larger pullback while DXY started rising. Therefore, it's important for us to closely observe the trend of DXY and how it might impact Bitcoin's future movement. Let's take a look at the DXY chart. Now, let's focus solely on DXY. And let's zoom into a smaller time frame, the daily chart. When analyzing the daily chart, we can observe that at this particular level, we can draw a trend line. Then, below the trend line, we can see that it has been tested twice without breaking. Okay. Looking at the previous tests at this level, I believe that if DXY directly breaks below the support in the future, considering the inverse relationship between Bitcoin and DXY, Bitcoin has a high possibility of quickly surpassing the 30,000 US dollars level. That's if, in the near future, DXY breaks below the support around 101. So, this level deserves our attention. On the other hand, if the trend line is broken, I believe we would need to wait for some time for Bitcoin to overcome the resistance at 30,000 US dollars. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the current Bitcoin market. Bitcoin is currently facing resistance on the weekly chart. Let's review what has happened in the past when we encountered resistance on the weekly chart and how Bitcoin reacted. Firstly, from the weekly chart, we can clearly see that at this level, there are three. These are the first, second, and third touch points. There are three distinct points, indicating a significant S/R reversal around the 30,000 US dollars mark. Currently, we are experiencing resistance at this level. If we look ahead, we can observe that in each bull and bear cycle, there is an important point of reversal. In the previous cycle, during the 2017 bull market and the subsequent 2018 bear market, we witnessed the same type of reversal pattern. At that time, we had a solid bottom, around 6,000 US dollars. And once the mini bull market formed its base, Bitcoin quickly surpassed this level. Furthermore, it continued to extend a significant trend afterward. This segment truly represents a trend and is not fragmented. Let's go back to the previous cycle, which was quite long ago. At that time, we also witnessed a reversal at this level, with support at both positions. Subsequently, we encountered resistance until we experienced a significant breakthrough with substantial volume. This breakthrough led to a prolonged bullish trend. I believe that at this current position, we may encounter a similar scenario. When it breaks through, there will be a subsequent phase of market movement. Many people ask why I haven't closed my long position yet. I still hold the long position, worth 750,000 US dollars in Bitcoin, which I opened around 28,500 US dollars. The reason is that I want to capture the subsequent phase after the breakout at 30,000 US dollars, which will drive the upward momentum. This is the actual intention behind my long position. Some might wonder why I didn't close the position. when it briefly surpassed 31,500 US dollars. It's because I want to capture the subsequent phase of the upward trend, not just short-term profits. To clarify, my goal is not to capture this particular segment. If that were the case, I would have closed the position at 31,500 US dollars. However, I'm targeting the phase after Bitcoin breaks through the 30,000 US dollars level, which will lead to further upward movement. This is the true purpose behind my long position, and its value lies in that specific area. Once Bitcoin breaks through the resistance that has held it back for some time, there will be a clear and extended upward movement, which represents a smooth trend that I'm aiming for. That's the significance of my long position at that time. If I didn't intend to capture this phase, I wouldn't have opened the long position in the first place. Okay, so currently, I'm still holding my position, unless there is a very clear danger signal. If your long position is at a relatively risky level, what does it mean to be in a riskier position? We defined it yesterday. Around the range of 28,500 US dollars to 28,000 US dollars. If the price remains above these levels, I consider it relatively safe. As for the current trend of Bitcoin, it is currently in a consolidating phase with decreasing volume. Until it breaks below 29,800 US dollars, there's no need to be overly concerned. It's simply oscillating and waiting for a clear direction. However, if it decisively breaks below 29,800 US dollars, then we can start worrying. It's not too late to worry then. Now, let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum's situation is more problematic. It has been relatively weak in this market movement, and it has formed a head and shoulders pattern. You can observe that at this position, a clear head and shoulders top pattern has emerged. If it breaks below the neckline, which is the low point of the previous period, I believe there will be a significant decline ahead. If Ethereum continues to show weakness and breaks the neckline, it will be very bearish. In that case, it's best to avoid long positions in Ethereum. Alright, thank you. You're welcome to like and share my videos and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the little bell button to show me your greatest support. Thank you so much. Bye bye.